Sup everyone, this is Draco Evo back yet again with some latest Manchester United transfer news. Now, before I get started, down in the pinned comment section below, I have left my Discord link. So if you guys want to join and discuss everything around Manchester United, do consider joining. We do gaming stuff there as well and get to know me personally. Secondly, I have left a question down in the comment section below. So do consider getting involved in the question. I will be reading out and giving you a shout out on my next upload, which is every 48 hours. I will pick a comment which is most relevant to this video and take it from there. But without further ado, we got a few things to discuss today that has come out, and as always guys, these are all speculation, these are all sort of newspaper talks at the moment, so I'll be discussing it anyway. However, if there's direct quotes from players, agents, etc, I will be calling it out as well. Today we've got a bit around Harry Kane, major news around Jadon Sancho, and major news around the German star, a rising wonder kid, Kai Havertz, if that's how you pronounce his name, that is. Sorry, excuse me, so first up, we've got Jadon Sancho. So we all know that Manchester United have been heavily linked with Jadon Sancho over the past 1 year, 2 years you can say, but over the last couple of months you can say Jadon Sancho has really been hot on the radar for Manchester United. And according to The Sun, this news report has come out around Jadon Sancho that Manchester United believe they have signed Jadon Sancho and they have him in the bag. So I'm going to read out the article for you. The Borussia Dortmund ace is understood to have agreed almost every detail of a move to Old Trafford down to the small print. Chelsea also want Jadon Sancho, who's 20 years of age, but he is keen on joining Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side 3 years after leaving City. Sunsport understands the length of Sancho's contract, his salary, bonuses and a huge buyout clause have been sorted out over the months of secret talks. United must now finalise a fee with Dortmund, which is set to become a record fee for a British club. The German giants are determined to pocket more than £89 million that United paid for Paul Pogba in 2016. Sancho, who left at the age of 17 after becoming fed up at his lack of action under boss Pep Guardiola, but he has been considering a return to England ever since United made his first contact last summer. So there you have it guys, this is the article that's come out from The Sun stating that everything around Jadon Sancho, from his salary, his buyout clause, his bonuses, everything to do with the player has been agreed. According to reports, according to months of negotiations, it has been done. And to be frank, the only part of this report that I truly believe is the months of negotiations, secret negotiations. Look, there is no football going on at the moment. Clubs have plenty of time to look at transfer targets, look at potential transfers, and potentially start kind of talking to players if given permission, obviously, by the players club, in this case Dortmund, for Jadon Sancho. And I do believe probably talks have happened in the background. When football does resume, there will be a plethora of clubs lining up for someone like Jadon Sancho, and it just makes sense for bigger, huge clubs such as Manchester United, especially with the financial power that they have, that they will start to go ahead of the game and stay ahead of the game in terms of potential targets. Obviously, the fee is yet to be agreed. Borussia Dortmund do want a huge fee. They want more than £89 million that Paul Pogba was paid, Juventus was paid by Manchester United for Paul Pogba. I do believe genuinely that someone like Jadon Sancho will command a fee with the inflation and everything that's taken place in and around that mark. However, it's a bit strange that with the current situation in the world, that the prices of everyone is still staying the same. So there are reports and murmurs coming around that maybe the prices will be dropped down. because there was no football or financial aspects of the game is taking a hit and taking a toll. But someone like Jadon Sancho, the quality of Jadon Sancho, I don't think it will dip that much. I reckon it's going to be still in and around 80 to 100 million pound to potentially land Jadon Sancho. And if Manchester United do cough up that much, I do believe that they will have the man. Obviously, likes of Chelsea are interested in him, but I reckon he is a Manchester born and bred. I do believe he will be coming to United if the price is right. I'm a huge admirer of him. I think him coming in will solve the right wing issue for over 10 years plus. He's only 20 years of age. So initially investing 100, 110, 120 even million pounds. If you look at it over 10 years, that is peanuts for a player that's yet to even reach his peak. He, as I said before in my previous videos, he fits United's philosophy. He fits the profile that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is looking at. He is determined. He's a wonder kid. He is still young. He's pacey. He's a right winger. He's extremely talented, and most importantly, he is British. So there you have it. This is the report from the Sun. According to the Sun, that Manchester United have had negotiations take place with Jadon Sancho and his representatives. It's just a matter of agreeing a fee for Borussia Dortmund. So that's the story on Jadon Sancho. Next up is the thumbnail. As you guys can see, the German wonder kid, the German star Kai Havertz has told apparently that it's logical for him to make the next step up. Now, we all know Kai Havertz is an absolutely talented player coming through. He's very mature beyond his years. But I'll read you out the article, including his quotes, what he has said directly. Kai Havertz and Bayer Leverkusen are constant communication amid increased speculation that the attacker will join the likes of United or Liverpool. Standard Sport understands that with United seeking more midfield creativity, the 20-year-old is on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's summer shortlist, along with Aston Villa's Jack Grealish and Leicester's James Maddison. Havertz has already has plenty of experience in Germany, becoming the youngest player to reach 50 and then 100 Bundesliga appearances. The German international has been linked with Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, who are also looking for more goals and assists behind the front three of Salah, Mane and Firmino. Bayern Munich have been credited with an interest in Havertz and will be among the favourites for his signature, but Havertz recently told Bild he will consider a move abroad. So there you go. Let's look at the direct quotes from the man himself. I often wonder about all the things people allegedly know about me, he said earlier this week. I am ready to make a big step and I like challenges. That includes abroad. Leverkusen are a great club. I feel good. I have always said that. But of course, I want to take the next step in my career at some point. That's my ambition. And Havertz's stance does not surprise Leverkusen sporting director Simon Rolfs, who told Bild it's a logical development that Kai will leave Leverkusen at some point. I'm not surprised that he's attracted to other countries. We know he feels very comfortable here. We are in constant communication with Kai. It's all very open and transparent. So there you go. These are the reports coming out about Kai Havertz. These are the quotes, direct quotes from the man himself and of course the sporting director. So let's discuss him a little bit. As I said, he's a wonder kid. He's an attacking midfielder. He's mature for his age. He has reached over the only player to reach over 100 caps already in the Bundesliga. He's looking to move away from Leverkusen at some point, which is the key here. I don't think it's going to be this summer, probably one more year at Leverkusen before he makes the jump. The likes of Liverpool are interested in him. The likes of Bayern Munich is also interested in him. Now, he has said that he will consider moves abroad, which makes sense as well because there are other big clubs. He can literally pick a club where he wants to go. That's how much talent the kid has. Personally, for me, I will take him, but not for an arm and a leg. You know, just an arm, I think. I think if he does come, he's going to command a huge fee. But again, we're looking at a youngster. We're looking at a 20-year-old wonder kid. And I think it's going to cost in around 60 to 80 million pounds to secure his services. Now, that's the same amount that's been quoted for the likes of Jack Grealish. And I think the lure of a British player, I think, will ultimately decide which midfielder Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will sign. Yes, we need a midfielder in the middle. We're light there with the likes of only Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, McTominay, Fred, and Matic. Matic is aging, which leaves us with 4 midfielders. If you're fighting in all fronts, if you're planning to fight in all fronts, including injuries, in all competitions as well, you're looking at 60, 70, 80 games almost per season. You need a solid 5-6 midfielders. Someone like Kai Havertz coming in, he's still young, he's mature for his age, he will pose a challenge in that midfield as well. Personally, for me, I love that guy. I have huge admiration for Kai Havertz. If you see my Football Manager streams, which will be streaming today, by the way, in a few hours, Kai Havertz is one of the players I always aim for United. In terms of his stats, let's have a look at it. So he's played 34 games in total this season, scoring 10 goals and 8 assists. So he's not a stranger to scoring goals and assisting. So there's a lot of creativity coming from him from the midfield. Predominantly, he's played a lot of his games in an attacking midfield position, 18 games that is. But he's also has experience on the right winger, and he hasn't done too bad on the right wing position. As you can see on the right side, he's on the right wing position. He's played 10 games, 5 goals, 5 assists, which is brilliant. Goal return, like 50% of his games, he's either scoring or making a goal. In 100% of his games, he's always either scoring or making a goal, which is something maybe that we should consider, because he does give a bit of a depth on that side, you can say. So he can play in a few positions, but his main position is the attacking midfield position. With the right wing position, he's not too bad at. Now, coming up to the interest in Bayern Munich, we all know that Bayern Munich do have a monopoly in Bundesliga. They do end up signing all the best players, all the German best players, talents around the league. I do believe that if Bayern Munich do come in with a offer, I think Kai Havertz will end up going there. I think ultimately, yes, he said he wouldn't mind moving abroad, but if you can play for Bayern Munich, one of the top 3 best clubs in the world, in my opinion, well, certainly in the top 5, always challenging, always winning things every season, and always going challenging in the Champions League as well, I reckon Kai Havertz will end up at Bayern Munich at some point. It'll be great to see him away from the German league, maybe at United, that is, not at Liverpool, hopefully not. But my heart says that he's going to stay in Germany and probably move to Bayern Munich, assuming Bayern Munich are interested in him. But that's the news article around Kai Havertz. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you feel that he will stay at Bayern Munich or in Germany, or do you feel that he's actually going to move abroad? Last but not least, Harry Kane. Now, obviously, Harry Kane's news has been coming out left, right, centre, and it is understood that United are interested in Harry Kane, but it will cost a lot of money. He has come out and he has come out and said that he's not going to stay at Tottenham for the sake of it. And there are possibilities and options, although he loves Tottenham, blah, blah, blah. And I think part of the reason is his annoyance at what the club is portrayed in recent weeks, especially with the Farlow situation. Tottenham owner putting all his staff into Farlow. You're looking at a multi-billionaire, a multi-million-pound club putting the staff on Farlow, which doesn't make sense at all. And him being a leader, a captain, and also being a sensible person and does always the right things in the right way. I think he has had enough of Daniel Levy and his approaches to these kind of situations. Hence why he's a very clever man. He knew exactly what he was saying, and I think he has opened the door up for a potential move away from Spurs in the future. He's got a long-term contract. I don't think Levy will sell him at the cheap, and I think any club coming in for him will definitely be put off by the fee. I don't think Manchester United will ever cough up anywhere near £200 million for one player. I don't think they'll cough up anywhere near £130 to £150 million for one player. Someone like Harry Kane would be fantastic in my opinion. It would be such a great to see the England captain and the number 9, a world-class number 9 at United. But ultimately, Daniel Levy, we all know how he does his transfers. We all know the fees that he demands, and that's probably the only thing that will stifle Harry Kane's potential move away from Tottenham to any club in the world. You're looking at PSG, probably will be stupid enough to cough up that much money as well. But I would love to have Harry Kane, but the fee that is going to be demanded by Daniel Levy it makes it impossible. But that's all the news today, guys. And as always, guys, make sure you check out my Discord, which is in the pinned comment section. And also, there is a question there as well, so do get involved. I will read it out in my next upload, which will be uploaded on Wednesday, and I'll give you a bit of a shout out at the same time. So do consider getting involved in my videos. This was all the latest Manchester United transfer news now, and obviously speculation. I'll catch you guys in the next upload. Stay safe and stay farafari.